Welcome back to News Geelong on this Friday evening. This week has seen many thousands of our younger generations begin or return to the 2014 school year at the many educational facilities in and around Geelong. Down at Torquay, it was an unusually extraordinary experience for the new students that started the history of the brand new Surf Coast Secondary College. This was a magic moment for students, staff and families that will always remember their first day at secondary college in 2014. Ian Nichols has this special report.
It's a brand new school year and a brand new secondary college. The much vaunted Surf Coast Secondary College is a magnificent monument. It's taken time to build, but it is really something worth waiting for. We're going to speak with the Principal, Scott Diamond, and some of his star pupils. Principal Scott Diamond, you must be a very proud man today. First day at a brand new facility.
Yeah, no, it's a big day. So we've talked about this day for a long time, probably 2.5 years since, or 3 years since the sort of, I guess, the concept of Surf Coast Secondary College sort of came about. So to finally be sort of walking on the site now is a huge day. To be sharing it with the kids and the students is what it's all about. So it's fantastic.
It is. I can remember when we first spoke about this, as you said, some time ago now. It was just a cow pasture out here with a windmill and hardly looked like a real site for a secondary college. But haven't they come up with a beautiful concept?
Oh, it's magnificent. And look, it sits just so well, I think, into the environment. We're on a fantastic site, and I think all of the bits and pieces that come with being on this site are, really advantageous for the school. With the joint use agreement with the Shire and using the sports facilities, and obviously then with everything that opens and shuts here at the school, the students and the staff here will want for nothing over the next period of time.
Well, it's a very innovative design, isn't it? That's the first thing that strikes you. It's modern, and the concept obviously suits the Surf Coast.
I think so, but I think it suits students of today. We've talked about 21st century education for a long time. It's 2014 now, so we're 14% through that century, and to actually, be working in a facility that's designed for that sort of learning and teaching is fantastic. And look, we were here 2 days ago. It was 42 degrees with a shocking northerly, and the buildings performed really well. They're smartly built, and I think those sorts of concepts as well would really sort of integrate the learning with the students in understanding, their needs to be sort of thinking about sort of solutions for sustainability and those other sorts of concepts.
Well, we do get the lot down here in Torquay in winter, and the cold winds blowing, and in summer, as you've just suggested, 42 degrees, but the building obviously is going to stand up for a long time to come.
Yeah, that's right, and I think we've got an internal courtyard sort of behind the buildings here, and that's amazingly well protected. The prevailing breeze is coming from the south down here on the coast, and so generally that area is going to be quite protected from that wind. So it's a nice little escape for the students at lunchtime and recess when they're sort of spending their time, eating their lunch and mucking around with their mates. So it's got some great thought that's been put into it to make sure that it does contextualise to the environment that's in.
Well, we've got some great shots of that. Now, that's the outside of the building. Inside, of course, we know it's absolute state of the art.
Yeah, state of the art and very bright. The fact that we've got a lot of sunlight and sort of daylight coming through the windows. The rooms are spacious, they're open. We've moved away now in education from having the corridor with the cells off the side. We've now got sort of flexible learning spaces, and the way that we expect students to learn reflects the spaces that we've got. We want students to be very proactive in their learning and take ownership of their learning, because at the end of the day, it's that responsibility that's going to get them across the line and help them to get the results that they want. But our teachers have worked really hard to develop scaffolds and supports that are going to allow the kids to really prosper in that learning environment.
And what's the enrolment here, Scott? Are we catering for how many students here?
Yeah, this year we're catering for 400. We've been pleasantly surprised with the amount of students who have come to enrol into the school from over the last couple of weeks. In fact, but also our Year 7 enrolment is up at about 120, which is which is fantastic. And I guess it's that sort of endorsement of support from the community that to be able to sort of put their education in our hands over the next period of time.
Well, I wasn't sure whether we were on air when you mentioned the fact that there were 100 babies born this year in the Torquay region
So
alone.
over the past couple of years, that statistic has been shared around, and I guess that's that's reflective of the young community that's down here on the Surf Coast, and and I guess as a school. In the business of educating young people, that's good news for us. But obviously, as the education precinct in Torquay continues to grow, we're part of that growth now out of Grossman's Road, and obviously in the future with a new primary school site sort of down the hill.
Yes, well, we'll talk about that in the future because we know there's still a lot of work going on in this precinct, isn't there?
That's right, and sort of over the time since we've moved in, the new soccer fields have gone in across the way there with the Shire. Eventually there'll be a new skate park down at the back end of the footy ground on the other side there. And, I think that joint use agreement for us to be able to use those facilities is very attractive for students and obviously for our staff in the programs that they're going to run.
Well, we might talk to these Year 7 kids who are starting their school year today, and we've got Tyler and Sophie. How do you feel about this brand new facility?
I think it's a great facility for not only learning but just for lunchtime and having fun.
Well, you look like you are a real local with do a bit of surfing, I would suggest.
Yeah, bit of surfing, bit of footy.
Bit of footy?
Yeah.
Great. Well, we know Scott is very keen. You're fronting up again this year for the Torquay Tigers, Scott?
Yeah, give it one more shot. One last year.
Right. And Sophie, what are your interests?
Well, it's just great having like a beautiful school.
I think you were nearly going to say awesome there for a minute.
Yeah, it's just very well built and let's say. Oh, I don't know the other word.
It's exciting to say.
It's exciting.
I think you're excited too on this day. Well, good luck with your future here at the secondary college.
Yeah.
We're going to speak to the El Supremos, if you like, the school captains. Now, these are the outstanding. I think we might have had the pleasure of speaking with your school captains a long, long time ago, Karen and Steve. You are pretty excited about today?
Yeah, really excited to start our final year of schooling here in this great new facility that we have. Yeah, really looking forward to starting the year.
And I guess your sentiments are pretty much the same.
Yeah, very much so. Just a little bit nervous as well to, be hitting our last year, but with this school, I think we'll be pretty fine. All the Year 12s will be well looked after.
Well, it'll certainly set you up.
Steve actually has a long history of firsts in Torquay education. Might get you to talk through that, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I obviously when the primary school was built, I was one of the first preps to start there, and then move on as one of the first Year 7s to start back at Torquay College down on Grossman's Road, and obviously now move into the new school as well, one of the first of the Year 12s, and it's pretty much been at Torquay my whole life, so to be school captain for my last year and give back a bit to the community, I guess, just a bit humbling and very privileged.
Well, you got the trifecta there, didn't you? That's about as far as you can go.
Yeah, I know.
Unless he turns out to be the first student to become first teacher to take residence here as well. What do you intend doing with your life?
To be honest, I'm still a little unsure. I've got a few of the business classes this year, so maybe something along business or business management, accounting, maybe. But still plenty of options open. So I guess I'll have to keep thinking about that as the year goes on.
Well, there's plenty of time. Once again, congratulations, Scott. You're a very popular principal here, and you've got a beautiful facility. I would suggest the state of the art would put you right on the top of the list for Victoria at this point of time.
Yeah, very lucky, and I think it's it's something that with public education to be able to have a state-of-the-art facility like this, and for the students to be able to have the opportunity to come and spend their school days in a place like this. I think it's fitting for young people of today to have their needs responded to with something as fantastic as this.
On day one of the 2014 school year at the brand new Surf Coast Secondary College, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian, and to all the Surf Coast Secondary School community, as Cat Stevens once sang, remember the days in the old school yard. We used to laugh a lot. This is News Geelong as we go to a break. and return with Alex Tigani and our sports report, and of course the all-important weather forecast.